The Rich-Twinn Octagon House, built in 1849, is architecturally significant as a rare and extremely early surviving example of the octagon mode in western New York. It is the only example of its type in Erie County. The house was built by Charles B. Rich, one of Akron's foremost 19th century citizens, as a wedding gift for his new fourth bride. The Riches were inspired by an octagon house they admired while on their honeymoon trip along the Hudson River, and upon their return to Akron, the Riches proceeded to erect a similar type of residence. The home is of late Greek Revival style, which was popular at mid-century. The house is noteworthy for its extremely early employment of a variety of Italian Age-style elements. The Italian Age style did not become popular in western New York until the 1860s, making the Rich-Twinn House a remarkably early example of the type and period. The dilapidated Rich-Twinn House was acquired by the Newstead Historical Society in 1981, who has meticulously restored the house. The Octagon House was severely neglected during the 20th century. Extensive historical photo documentation and related records enabled the Society to faithfully restore the dwelling to its original grandeur. Located on the first floor of the house, having plenty of old-fashioned charm of a bygone era, the freestanding wood-burning fireplace with bake oven is in working condition. It would have been the main source of heat when the house was built. Its chimney towers above the house and is over 40 feet tall. Many antique storage items, such as a dry sink, pie safe, and yarn winders, are just a few of the items that fill Mrs. Rich's kitchen. Off to one side of the kitchen are two triangular rooms. One is Mrs. Rich's pantry, which is filled with well-used utensils and plenty of dishes. The other is the laundry room. The kitchen also has a dumbwaiter, which would easily transport food to the second floor dining room. To the left of the dumbwaiter is the speaking tube. This device would allow for communications between floors, a most unusual feature for 1849. Also, notice the windows. They are splayed, which allows more sunlight to enter the room, therefore helping its dwellers to be healthier people. Before going up the small narrow staircase to the second floor, we will peek into the servants' room, which is on the left of the staircase. Very small with no right angles and one window. This room is close to the entrance door and the kitchen. It is also the only bedroom on this floor. On the second floor, one would see the elegance of the Rich-Twinn Octagon House. First, its foyer. This small, irregularly shaped hall features a curved staircase with handsome turned balustrade and heavy newel posts. Notice the moldings, which are all made of plaster and completely formed by hand. These magnificent moldings were lost due to water damage during the early years when the house was left vacant. The moldings were required to be replaced as they were originally before the Octagon House could be placed on the historical register. One of the most elegant rooms in the house, also decorated in white with gold accents, the Historical Society continued that style with decor similar to that of 1850. It has a wonderful white marble fireplace, 4 floor-to-ceiling windows, and the second part of the dumbwaiter where food could be easily retrieved for the large dinners that were served. Much entertaining was done by the Riches as they were one of the prominent families in the community. Now let us go to the drawing room, thus named because one would withdraw from the dining room table and go to the drawing room after dinner. The walls are fashioned after an absent carpet adorned with plenty of roses. The fireplace, made of black glass, resembles a fine, rich marble. The crowning glory of this room is a self-portrait of Charles B. Rich. Also on the second floor is the morning room, a delightful sitting room which is said to have been Mrs. Rich's favorite room. Perhaps this is where she would have had her morning cup of tea, as the room is filled with morning sunlight, decorated in a floral motif with lush foliage. One would feel the outdoors came inside. To the left of this rectangular room is Mr. Rich's library, a small triangular room filled with plenty of books and adorations reflecting Mr. Rich's political ambitions. To the opposite side of the morning room is the sewing room, which is another small triangular room filled with all types of sewing accoutrements. This room would have been well used. After climbing the steep curved staircase to the third floor, you will immediately notice the grain floor. This floor has always been painted in this fashion, as it was a very popular painting technique in the mid-1800s. It was done to simulate a fine, rich wood. This particular room is the parlor. It is a lovely sitting room adjacent to all of the bedrooms. The ladies' room is filled with feminine pleasures and necessities. The furnishings are of Renaissance Revival era. The children's room is delightful and filled with toys of the past. The gentleman's room is decorated in the dark, rich colors of burgundy, black, and green. It is indeed a stately-looking bedroom. Climbing yet another small staircase, and last but not least, is the cupola. Much of this sun-filled area is filled with the massive brick chimney. However, the view from the 8 arch windows is second to none. The Octagon House is located in the historic village of Akron, New York. And don't forget, for the holiday season, visit the Rich-Twinn Octagon House in Akron, New York, decorated in Victorian splendor, reminiscent of a time gone by. Delight your family and friends with a self-guided tour on Sundays in December. The Newstead Historical Society would like to acknowledge all those who have helped in any way to make their dream a reality. Their membership, past and present, is indeed the Society's greatest asset, along with the countless numbers of people who, with their generous support, shall be forever remembered. The Rich-Twinn Octagon House is open for tours on a regular basis. For more information, call area code 716-542-2254 or contact the Newstead Historical Society at P.O. Box 222, Akron, New York 14001.